if we actually started talking with Russia, there's a chance that they would leave Ukraine if they felt listened to. So what I'm saying is, if we started negotiating with Russia and asking what is it that they want out of this situation, what has motivated them to do this, by listening, they could potentially move out of Ukraine without any further conflict if we maybe respected that we did not pull NATO more eastward. Now that would be a good situation. People would not die every day in vain. And it seems like nobody is watching the pictures of the actual war. Like we're too distant from it. I think maybe there should be more vivid images in the news, so that people actually understand the severity of the situation. Like to see the actual human bodies torn apart. Because there's something about being so far away from the conflict that just makes you not care after a while. Like it was news in the beginning, but now the hype is gone and nobody really gives a shit anymore. If they're completely honest, they don't really care. So I think it would be good to show some more, like, it sounds ridiculous, but some more dead bodies, so that people actually understand how horrible this is. Because it's hard to fathom it otherwise. It's hard to understand. So I think if we made Russia our friend, or we at least thought about how can we make them our friend, that would make it better, because Russia doesn't want this either. This is not an ideal scenario for them or for us, so there has to be a better one. The best one is, of course, for both parties to have a mutually beneficial partnership that that gives both, like a symbiosis, that gives an advantage to both parties, not disadvantages. And to do that, we have to start with asking what Russia wants. And we have to ask ourselves that question, because they have actually already made it clear. It's just that we haven't listened. We have actually done contrary to what they wanted. We've continued to expand NATO eastward, despite the fact that we promised them since the 1950s that we would not. So that is why this is part of the reason of Russia's reaction. So the ideal solution, like I said, would be if we pull back the NATO defenses, and perhaps Russia can pull out of Ukraine.